Hello everybody, I am the MaxOfFewTrades and welcome to a brand new questions and answers video. Yeah, I promised you guys one, you asked a bunch of questions, so now I'm gonna answer them. All of them. Right now, let's do this. Alright, this question comes from 10 Ton Terror. Are you making a new top 10 death battles you want to see? Many people have asked me to do that, and considering that the large majority of the ones on my list have either happened or I'm not too keen on seeing nowadays, I really should make a new one, and if I can ever get off my lazy butt and actually do it, then yes, expect a video about that at some point in the distant future. I'm not making any promises as to when it's going to happen, but it will at some point. This next question is from Siakuros, or however you pronounce that, I'm sorry. Alright, he has a bunch of questions, let's ask some questions. Okay, when are you gonna do the Let's Plays for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Deadpool, both for the PlayStation 3, and when are you gonna do Facecam for your Let's Plays? Alright, well first and foremost, I will Let's Play both of those games at some point. That much is very obvious. I will do that at some point. I don't know when. Whenever I feel like playing it and recording it at the same time. It's a very weird mishmash of stuff. Like, all of the stars need to align perfectly for me to be able to do anything. So, I can't say when they'll happen, but they will eventually. As for Facecam, no. I don't... Why? I've gone so long without ever doing it. Why would I start doing it now? Like, is that really something people want? I mean, I guess if everybody... you know, completely unanimously says, do it, then I guess I will, but until then, I don't see a point. It just seems like extra work for no real payoff. Either way, next one, we've got, what achievement are you most proud of that you've done throughout your life? I guess starting my channel. It's pretty much the first remarkable thing I've ever done, which, depending on who you ask or talk to, is either really cool or really, really sad. Either way, I'm pretty happy about this channel. It's actually doing pretty well. Much better than I ever thought it would, so that's awesome. And last one. Your best cartoon drawing or drawing in general? Ask roughly any artist ever. Roughly. They'll say that they are their own worst critic. So, I don't really have a particular drawing of mine that I could say is the best. I guess whatever the newest one I've made is, and then whatever the newest one after that. Just sort of like that, I suppose. Alright, next one is from Ruby Knights. Where did you get your fantastic voice? Interesting that you would say that, because personally I don't really like my voice all that much. It sounds kind of annoying, and I cannot stand hearing myself when I'm editing my videos together, so that's why my videos aren't really all that edited much, because I can't stand listening to myself for that long. But thank you very much. I suppose I got it through genetics. It's pretty much as simple as that. Alright, this guy says, Herline Saint Fleur says, play Dragon Ball Xenoverse right now. I am. Literally. The first episode came up today. Where have you been? This next one is from Cody Lee, who says, first! I'm sorry to tell you, good sir, but you are most certainly not. Aiden Smith asks, what are your favorite and least favorite death battles? That really should be a video in of itself. Some of my all-time favorites, I don't, in a completely unstructured order, just some of the ones I really like, are Raiden vs. Wolverine, Deadpool vs. Deathstroke, Kirby vs. Majin Buu, Starscream vs. Rainbow Dash, Ratchet and Clank vs. Jak and Daxter, Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher, all sorts of stuff of that nature. Least favorite? Ain't that a little bit of a touchy issue? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one, and abstain. Sorry. Roman Kuznetsovs. You guys and your names, I have no idea, dude. What are your thoughts about the Kingdom Hearts series? If you have played any games, what is your favorite character and why? I have played the Kingdom Hearts series. I own 1 and 2 back there on my shelf over there. You can probably, you can't see them, but they're there. I haven't played any of the other ones because I've just been constantly waiting for 3 to happen, and apparently there's like a bazillion handheld games in the series, and it just got way too convoluted for me to follow, and I wasn't that invested in the story to really bother. But, yeah. My favorite character, like, I like the Disney characters. I mean, that's why, and the Final Fantasy characters, that's why I picked it up. The original characters, I could take or leave. Probably not the answer you really want to hear, but it's the answer I'm giving you. Alright, so somehow Yang Jiao Long from Ruby has transcended fiction and asked me this question. Is there a death battle from the first season you'd like to see remastered? Yes, I would like to see Starscream vs. Rainbow Dash remastered. It's extremely cool as is, and I can still watch it and get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but if it got remade with even, like, better animation, like, hells to the yeah, that sounds awesome, go for it. It's probably never gonna happen. In fact, I doubt they'll ever remaster another episode again. It makes sense that they would remake the first one because of how huge a difference it was, but once you get into even the second episode, it's not as big of a difference. I mean, it is, but not as big. So I doubt that'll ever happen, but if they did, that's the one I'd want to see. Deveg asks, do you like Mario & Luigi Dream Team? Yeah, I do. I like all of the Mario & Luigi games. I've said that multiple times. Haven't you ever seen the Let's Plays of the first 2 games? I pretty much sing the praises of that series every single episode. Yeah, I don't know why you'd think I wouldn't. I will be playing Bowser's Inside Story and Dream Team and Paper Jam as soon as I have a means of recording DS games. Before you ask, any DS game you've seen me Let's Play so far has always been on the Virtual Console. So that made it a whole lot easier for me, but unless the newer games are going to end up on there, on the Virtual Console, I don't think it's going to work that way, and I'm just going to have to save up a ludicrous amount of money, because the guy who apparently installs the capture cards on 3DSs for every Let's Player in the history of ever has decided to stop doing it. So that stinks, so I need to buy a custom one, and it's really expensive, and that sucks, but it'll happen eventually. Ian Amiot asks who my favorite superhero is. There are a lot of really good ones. I mean, I like Deadpool, but he can't really be called a hero, technically. He's an anti-hero at best. So I guess I can't really say him. I like Iron Man. I like The Flash. I like Power Girl. I like Hawkeye. Yeah. BlasXDexFan asked, how did you find HomestarRunner.com? A really long time ago? I want to say last year of elementary school, maybe? I just stumbled upon it, and I watched it for as long as it was around, and I eagerly await whenever they update. As rare as that is nowadays, but it's a really good one. It's a good series, and I wish they updated more often. But life and stuff, so I understand. But yeah, that's how randomly when I was very young. All right, Ultrabot Ultimus. He's got 2 serious questions and some joke ones. All right, do you take art requests? Not really. I have a hard enough time drawing things that I like and want to draw, so being specifically asked to draw something, it doesn't seem to work out too well. If I like the idea, then sure, or I guess if I'm paid, but my art's not good enough to be paid for, so yeah. Anyway, what is the oldest system you played, or what was your first console or gaming system you played? The first video game console I ever played was a Super Nintendo, but it wasn't mine. It was my sister's, and I remember playing Super Mario All-Stars a lot, because that's pretty much the only game we had, and then eventually she left and took it, and my first console, the one I consider to be the first thing I really started with, was the Nintendo 64. The first games I ever played to completion and were mine, and all mine, were Diddy Kong Racing and Bomberman 64, which I still own to this day. And I will play them for you at some point. That much is guaranteed. Alright, now we got some joke questions. Does your beard hide a fist? It does not. It is not nearly big enough to hide anything. If I let it grow for a few months, I can hide a pencil in it. So, that's something. Are you actually wearing X-ray glasses? I am not. These are prescription, and I need them to see. I am very bad of eyesight. Wow. Alright. And, what did you do to Jack-of-all-trades? The Jack-of-all-trades is, in fact, not a real person. It's a term used to describe someone who's decent at everything. Yeah, so I didn't do anything to him because he never existed in the first place. Yawn the Might asked what my favorite and least favorite episode of Death Battle is. I sort of answered that already. I'll make a list of the former, and I will probably never discuss the latter. And the next one is the Ouchie Giver? I think that's the Ouchie Giver. That's a good name. Which game had the best plot so far to you? I'm not entirely sure. I guess the only one that really comes to mind is Persona 4, and that's probably just because I've played it so recently. It's still a really good story, but I'm not sure if it's the best one I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to think about it for a really long time, so I'll just go with Persona 4 for now. Alright. D-Newt, what are your top 5 favorite anime series of all time? I don't know. I like a lot of animes. Very few you've probably ever heard of. I've recently taken up the bizarre hobby of just randomly choosing things on Crunchyroll and rolling them dice and hoping for the best. I'd tell you the names of them, but I can't pronounce them. So, I guess I'll put them on screen maybe, and you can check those out. I mean, other than that, other than those, you know, your standards. I like Dragon Ball. I like One Piece. I watched Inuyasha a lot. That was a pretty good show. Yeah. Edward Kelly, do you like pears? No. I hate pears. I assume that's the reference you wanted me to do. I've never eaten a pear. I don't like fruits and vegetables. I don't. They taste awful. So, I assume I hate them. Jason asks, do you like Steven Universe? I do not! Thanks for asking. No. I've watched a multitude of episodes, and I don't like it. Don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Hunter the Pun Lord Hendry asks, are there any death battles that you disagree with or feel would have a different outcome if they were redone today? Also, do you have a P.O. box? We could send you things like games or letters or fan arts for things like that. Are there episodes I disagree with? Yes, there are. I'm not going to name any names, but with the nature of the show, it's impossible for everybody to have the exact same opinion, and the people behind the show, ultimately they decide who wins an episode, and even though sometimes I don't agree with the results, I respect their outcome, because I truly do believe that they think that's how the fight would end, and that's who would win. So even when I disagree, I can respect the opinion. But yes, there are ones I disagree with, but that doesn't make them any less a good episode. They're still playing fine. I just wish it ended differently. And as for a P.O. box, don't you need to pay to have one of those open? I don't have money. I can't afford to keep something like that open, especially if no one ever used it. How often would people send me things? I mean, really. I average like 200 views per video, and maybe like 1 or 2 people might send something. I mean, I'd be totally down for it if that was something that was a worthwhile investment, but as is, I don't think that would be a good investment of money that I don't have in the first place. So yeah. Bromelade, or Bromelide, I don't know. He asks, are you open to Let's Playing fan games? I have a feeling you might like Psycho Waluigi or Pokemon Ash Gray. I'm totally cool with playing fan games. I've played at least one so far on the channel, my little investigations. And I have 2 criteria when it comes to fan games that I'm willing to play, at least, you know, on the channel and stuff. It needs to be finished, for one. No betas, no demos, no alphas. It needs to be 100% done. No more work needs to be put into it. And 2, it needs to be completely faithful to the source material. I only played My Little Investigations because it felt like it was actually part of the show. The characters were in character. They didn't do things that they wouldn't do. So if this Psycho Waluigi or Pokemon Ash Gray are exactly like... I mean, obviously, quality is quality. I mean, they're not... No fan developer is going to be able to make a game Nintendo quality. But if it seems like the type of thing that Nintendo or whoever owns the thing that the fan series is made from would make, then sure, I would play them. I'll look into those 2 if you want. Psycho Waluigi both sounds awesome and a bit eyebrow-raising. I'm not sure if that's... that sounds like it might be kind of violent, but I'll look into it. Jalen Charette. What is your favorite death battle? I'll make a list. Will you ever Let's Play Spyro 2 and Crash 3? Yeah, I will. I just have to play Spyro 1 and Crash 2 first. I play games in order, guys. That's what I do. Let's see. I'm not gonna read that username. What death battle do you really want to see happen? I mean, that hasn't been revealed to you. Personally, I'm hoping for Travis Touchdown with Jack Cayman. That would actually be a really cool fight. That's a good idea. I'd have to think about it. A lot of the ones I've always really wanted to see have happened. There are plenty more, but just wait for the new list. Alright, next is... Jerry Sam asks, are you going to do another top 10 most wanted death battles list? Yes, I am! Oh my goodness. Okay. That's the same question as always. Kirby, okay, Irby, do you plan to react to anything but death battle? Oh, anything but death battle, and if so, what? I have no plans to. I can't really think of anything I'd want to make reaction videos to about. I suppose it's not impossible, but very unlikely. Red Rupee asks, will you ever do another FewTrades review or top 10? I want to. I actually legitimately want to make more, but as said before, I am a very, very lazy person, and it takes a lot of effort to make stuff like that. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to summon up the energy and motivation to actually make anything of the sort work, but I definitely want to. You guys could do me a favor, actually. I want to make 2 videos. I want to make the top 10 best and worst fatalities from Mortal Kombat. So if you could put what you consider to be the best and worst ones down there, it would help narrow down the field a little bit, because there are a lot to pick from, and a lot of them can be really bad and a lot are really good. So if that's something that you want to see, you can help me out down below. Next up, we've got, will you do another voting video for the next LP? I do that when I have a lot of options and no idea what to pick. The last one that was voted from by people was Persona 4, so that didn't happen that long ago. I mean, a while, yeah, sure, but not that long ago. But, yeah, it'll happen again, sure. Let's see. FES Pliz. I'm guessing you mean Persona 3? Yeah. And that was a joke. Okay. Haha, very funny. What your top 10 favorite Pokemon and or video games? Those are lists for another day. And finally, the last one, can you play Danganronpa? So many people ask me to play that game, oh my god. Yeah, okay. I will play Danganronpa. Just lay off on the asking, it'll happen soon, I promise. Yeesh. Another fictional character has apparently decided to ask me a question. Jotaro Kujo asked, what inspired you to do YouTube today? Like, what made you want to do YouTube and record yourself for the world? I'm very curious, lol. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I thought, hey, it's cool, I want to do that. So then I started doing that. If you're asking for the catalysts, like, as far as being a Let's Player is concerned, you can pretty much just thank Proton John for that. He was the first guy I discovered who did Let's Plays, and he's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. That's just the way it is. I got to meet him once at SGC last year, and he was a super chill dude, and I was a nervous wreck, and it was awkward, but I'm guessing he's really used to that sort of thing, so he was able to handle it just fine. And I got a picture, so that was really cool. Other Let's Players who inspire me to do what I do would be Chaka Conroy, Jesse Cox, and Wow Crendor. So, there you go. 10 Ton Terror has returned, and he asks, has Screw Attack ever considered doing Machamp versus Goro? Not that I'm aware of, and I don't know if that's a good idea. I guess Machamp wouldn't be completely doomed. Huh. I'm not sure, but as far as I'm aware, no. I don't have the answers to that sort of thing, and if they did consider it, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Kyle Keepers asks, are you a dolphin? I've got hands, I've got hair, I've got all these human parts. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm probably not. Unless it's like that one Disney movie from years back about the kid who slowly became a mermaid. Or merman, because his mom was a mermaid. Oh wait, no, he was a merchild, and he was adopted, and over time he slowly but surely became a merman and had to leave his friends and family because he was aquatic in nature. Does anyone remember that? Disney made a lot of weird movies, like My Date with the President's Daughter. I think that guy had a guy that starred for like a guy from Boy Meets World. This has gone off topic. No, I'm not a dolphin. Macadian Wolf asks, what is your favorite game that you've played on your channel so far? Well, my favorite game ever is Legend of Dragoon, and I played that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. As for games I hadn't played until I played it for the channel, I guess Persona 4. That's a really good game, so there you go. Have you heard of Janemba from Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn? If so, thoughts? Yeah. I know everything there is to know about Dragon Ball. He's like, I played Budokai Tenkaichi 2, and he's in that. He's like a huge blobby yellow dude that turns into a skinny devil dude, and then he dies. I don't like. What thoughts do you like? Do I like it as a character? Because he was just kind of an underdeveloped Majin Buu, and Majin Buu wasn't the most developed to begin with. So I'm not sure what you're trying to get me to say. Let's see, and also another, would you like to see a Nicktoons crossover movie? Since there was one rumored, and how you want the story movie to be. Huh. I don't know why you'd ask me that. Have I ever given any indication that I care about Nickelodeon? I'm sure I did. I'm a fan of old Nickelodeon. The shows they have on now are either withered husks of really good shows that have been on for too long, or absolute garbage that I want nothing to do with. So, as far as Nicktoon crossovers are concerned, just play those games. They made a bunch until eventually became SpongeBob and Nicktoons. Like, what? Cash cows, man. Seriously. I actually might play a few of those for the channel at some point, because those were fun. But, yeah. I don't know what you're asking here. See, Guten Tag, Glutenmuth. Have you read any of the fan-made death battles on DeviantArt? If so, would you recommend any of them? I have not. Not a fan of fanfiction. Even well-written fanfiction I'm not a fan of, because I don't like reading. Simple as that. Alright, Mr. Haberdasher. Have you ever thought of doing a Kingdom Hearts Let's Play? And then he goes on to describe what that series is. Sure. Do you guys want to see Kingdom Hearts? I'll play it. I guess I just need to be told it's something people want to see, I guess. Flaming Yoshi asks, least favorite boss battle from Persona 4? None spring to mind, honestly. They were all pretty decent. They were either good or forgettable. So, and forgettable doesn't really mean bad, so it just means I don't remember them, so I can't name them out. Yeah, there's that, I guess. Let's see. Ben Oshir, he asked, what video game weapon would you rather have? The BFG or the plasma sword? The BFG from Doom and the plasma sword from Halo? Are those my options? I guess the sword, because I like swords. They're cooler than guns. But yeah, okay. Jack Bingman asks, what's your opinion on Kirby vs. Majin Buu? That episode was freaking great! And funny and awesome. I love it. Let's see. Donovan Matthews asks, what do you plan to do with the characters you've made? My original characters? I plan on making an animated series out of them. Like, you know, an episodic adventure with the characters. They go on adventures, they right the wrongs, they fight their rivals, they beat up the bad guys, stuff like that, basically. It's taking a really long time for me to really be able to make anything of it, but it's slowly but surely, yeah, it's coming. I thought it might have gotten disconnected. It'll happen eventually! Until then, you'll just kind of keep seeing drawings of them, I guess. Next we have Jay Wagner asks, am I retarded? No. I am not. I am autistic. For some reason, people seem to get those two confused, even though they're completely different things, but, yeah, you probably should have worded that better. That's really rude, honestly, but, there you go, I suppose. Who's your favorite character in Persona 4? Why would you ask something like that? That's not easy. That's not an easy question to answer. I actually plan on this. So who knows when it'll actually happen. I want to make a list of all of the party members, the investigation team of Persona 4, from my most favorite to least favorite, although even my least favorite is still a character I like, so that's going to be weird, but I actually have a concrete list from the bottom to the top. They're all great characters and I like them all, but I do have a ranking. So it's like one of the few list video ideas I have that's actually already been ranked out, so I can do it. I just need to actually make it. A lot of questions about Death Battle that I've already answered. Here, dude, can you play Super Mario Sunshine? Yes, I can. So yeah, that'll happen at some point. Victor Augusto, I am a big fan of your channel. Thank you. I would like to ask, are you going to play more game sequels like God of War or Ratchet & Clank? Yes. I never intended for the sequels to be spaced out so much. You see, when I played the first Sly Cooper and Jak and Daxter and Ratchet & Clank, I wanted to make sure I spaced them out so that they could last a while over the years. What I didn't plan on was waiting 4 years before playing the second in their series. I'm going to try and play sequels much more rapidly. In fact, I think the very next Let's Play after Xenoverse is going to be Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's something, and I plan on playing all of the sequels much more quickly than I did before, which shouldn't be hard, but yeah, there you go. Do you have a preferred game genre? I like RPGs, turn-based RPGs, okay? All that stuff that, like, oh, it's real-time action. Like, no, get that out of there. I want turn-based. It's fun. I like that better. Oh, and the tactics RPG games, like Fire Emblem and stuff, those are great. Other than that, I like platformers and I mean, those are pretty much the two big ones. I like all games, technically, except for sports games. Those are boring as all get out, except when Mario plays them, of course. Then they are amazing. And what's your favorite Let's Play until now? I can't really say. I think all of my Let's Plays have come out just fine. It's all a matter of personal opinion. You should let me know what you think the best one is, or at least your favorite, I guess. Boredom asks, when did you start working with Death Battle? I started working with them at the very beginning of Season 2. The first episode I helped them with was He-Man vs. Lion-O, which was a couple years ago now, so yeah, I've been with them for a while. TV asks, what's your opinion on the new Final Fantasy VII, and what would be if they made Legend of Dragoon differently? I don't much care for the Final Fantasy VII remake, because I always knew that if they were going to remake it, it wasn't going to be a turn-based RPG, and that's one of the many things I liked about Final Fantasy VII, and lo and behold, it's not a turn-based RPG. And they're probably going to make Tifa wear probably her Advent Children outfit, even though I like her classic design infinitely more. It has more personality to it. She looks so generic in that weird Advent Children leather thing. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be okay, but Final Fantasy games haven't been good for a really, really long time, so I don't know. Guess it depends on how much they change. I'll probably not play it. Not that interested. And if they remade Legend of Dragoon, depends on how you mean by that. If you mean like a one-for-one remake with just better graphics, that would be amazing. I'd totally be down for that. But if you're talking like, you know, like how they're handling Final Fantasy VII and, you know, turning it into a completely different genre, then I would really prefer that didn't happen. Either way, the Legend of Dragoon series is completely dead and nothing's ever going to come from it again, which is awful, but there you go. Devin Puntney asks, what is your favorite Marvel movie? The Avengers. That's the last one I watched. It's been a little while. There have been a few since I don't go to the movies very often. I don't watch movies very often. I like video games and cartoons and stuff. I could talk to you like all the time about like, you know, the Avengers cartoon or what was that other thing? The Superhero Squad show. That was hilarious. Stuff like that. I'll eventually end up watching the other ones, but I guess right now, the Avengers. That's just a great movie. Aiden Smith also have any new death battle ideas you'd like to see Wiz and Booms do? One I really want to see is Undyne versus Pearl. Undertale characters are probably never going to be in death battle, because their feats and abilities are abstract in nature, and unlike say Ness from Earthbound, we don't even have like a Smash Brothers thing to help us like have some vague idea of how they fight. So I don't really know, and like I said, I'll make a list about it. Get off my back. And let's see. Game Master. This reminds of your other Q&A. When some blah 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 blah. One of your best moments. Anyway, but I have two questions. Okay. One, are you going to continue Phoenix Wright? Yes. I'm sorry it's taken so long. It will happen. I'll finish the first game, and then I'll play all of the sequels, every last single one of them. I promise. Just, it's gonna take a while, okay? Yeesh. And two, will you ever play Portal and Portal 2 for the channel? I don't know. Do you want me to? Maybe? Sure, why not? Thief of RPG. If any death battle character would return and fight a new opponent, who would you want that to be? I think Mario coming back to fight Rayman would be cool. Yeah. Let's see. How the hell do you pronounce that? Supermonaman. Have you ever considered doing a reaction to other things other than Death Battle, like, for example, Ruby? I only ask because if you've not already seen it, I think your reaction to Ruby would be awesome. Those would get pulled down pretty quick. Rooster Teeth is actually, pretty lax on it, but just the YouTube copyright thing would pull them down pretty quickly. Plus, I have seen Ruby. I kind of had to, because a character was on Death Battle, so, yeah. But Ruby's great. That's a great show. But I just don't see myself reacting to anything else. Sorry. The Flying Adam Grayson. Well, I can't ask what your favorite Let's Play you've done this year is. I did that on Twitter. Maybe what are your favorite Let's Plays you've done of all time, not just this year? I can't say I know. Who knows? I think all of them are okay. That's up to you, guys. See, Mayo, if you could have any technique from Dragon Ball Z, which one would it be? And really think about it. Instantaneous transmission. No question. Just get to anywhere I want, instantaneously. That's just... I'm not a fighter, so I have to look over practicality, you know, function over form. Like, you know, I could say the Kamehameha, but when would I ever use that? I would never need to do that. So it would be kind of a waste of a magical hypothetical like this. Instantaneous transmission I could make use of every day of my life. So, yeah, there you go. Chris Blasshand, if you could change the outcome of one Death Battle episode, which one would it be? Bomberman, Felicia, Hagar, Mario, Luigi, Tifa, Bowser. them. I guess if only one of them, that's a little too tough to pick. But, I mean, if alternate endings remain to fight, those are the ones I'd want to see where the other character won. But take what you can get, I suppose. Eternal Darkness has asked me, have you considered watching the Ace Attorney anime? If you have, do you like it? I need to play the other games. I mean, it just started, and it's only doing the first game so far. But before I can watch it, I really should play all of the games, I think. And it also needs to be dubbed into English. I don't like subs, but I only deal with those when I have no choice. So, there you go. Let's see, I was wondering... Oh, wait, Tom Johnston, sorry. I was wondering, most of your Let's Plays are about console games. Are you planning to have any Let's Plays of major PC games, or for PC ports, official ones to be clear, not fan-made ones? I suppose my computer can run PC games now, so I can play pretty much whatever I want. I just don't own many, because, as was said prior, I have no money. So, yeah. I have a huge Steam wish list, so I'm like compiling a list of all the games I want to play. But it's going to be a while before I can get them, so there's that. But yeah, I plan on making more PC Let's Plays. Let's see. Have you ever considered playing Kingdom Hearts or Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance from Wild Wade? Yes, I have answered this. I mean, I plan on Metal Gear Rising, obviously. Kingdom Hearts, that's up to you guys. I'm for it, sure, why not? Let's see. Hidden Lightning G... Are there any old Let's Plays you'd want to redo? Why did you stop using your old intro and videos? Is there any death battle you wish you'd had put more research into? Okay, hang on. Old Let's Plays I'd want to redo? I think all of them are fine as is, personally. The only real difference I think there would be an audio and visual one, because I've got better equipment now, but none of them are ever... I don't think any of them are bad or lackluster or inexperienced enough to have to completely redo. So, that's fine. Why'd I stop using my old intro? People said they didn't like it, and that it wasted time, and that there was no point. So I got discouraged and I took it off. I liked it. I'd like to have it back, but that's up to you guys. I feel like I've done everything I can for Death Battle, and I'm still doing the best I can. I don't think any additional research I could have put into anything would have changed much, so that's pretty much all there is to say about that. Weasel King, what is your favorite Let's Play you've done and why? Again, not sure. Why is MaxOfFewTrades your username? What's the origin of it? I used to go by a lot of different usernames that I will not disclose. I just wanted to come up with one that was good and memorable, and I was just trying to think, and I was like, well, what's a good name? I don't know. Jack of all trades, Max of all trades, but I'm not decent at everything. I'm only decent at some things. MaxOfFewTrades? Okay, sure, that'll do. And it's stuck, because it's not stupid sounding like all my old ones. So, that's great. What video game do you want to see have a good anime or movie? Well, Ratchet & Clank has just gotten a good movie, so that's great. I want that Sly Cooper movie to come out and be good. A new Mario movie, you know, that's actually faithful to the characters and stuff. That'd be great. It's never going to happen, but it'd be cool. Let's see. If you only... Okay, he's just to say, you don't have to answer these, but I answered all of them. Too bad. Let's see. Weird question. If the Jimian man, if you had to choose between every and any non-living item in the world or a massive amount of popularity and friendship, which would you choose? If I could choose between any object that I ever want or friendship, I'm pretty sure I would stick with friendship. That's usually more important. I don't have a lot of it, so I'd be totally down for having more. So there you go. I guess that's your answer. Let's see. Autumn Fell. Have you ever thought of playing other Ace Attorney games? Yes, I will play all of them. Romanov Kustinov. I think he already asked something, but sure, whatever. What do you think Ape Escape 3 will be like? I imagine there will be apes that are escaping that I need to go catch, and it will be a grand old time for everybody. What are games you would recommend that are similar to Ape Escape? Nothing that comes to mind. Just play old classic PlayStation 1 games. They're all kind of in the same raft. Let's Let's see. Robot Boss 10. What are your favorite bloody fighting... What's your favorite bloody fighting game? I guess Mortal Kombat. I like that series. It's just cool, I guess. Yeah. Valerie Squads. Do you have a girlfriend? I do not. I have never had one, and I sincerely doubt I ever will in the future. Not that I'm opposed to the idea, mind you. I just don't find anyone willing to be able to put up with me. No, I don't. I have not, and I don't see it happening in the future. Shadow Nathan, if you could see Sly Cooper in a death battle, who do you think you would be fighting? That's tough, because Sly Cooper, while he can fight, isn't really a direct confrontation kind of guy. Murray, you know, from the same series, would probably be a better fit, as he is a more traditional fighter, where Sly is a sneak attacker. Plus being able to just turn invisible. I mean, that's a huge boon. As for who he would fight, I really can't say I know. I can't think of anybody who I could directly compare him to. And anybody that, yeah, could only sounds good on paper. Like in PlayStation All-Stars, when they matched him up with Nathan Drake, it's like, well, they're both treasure-hunting, thievy guys, so okay. But when you get down to it, the two of them share almost no similarities. So that was kind of strange. So, yeah, I can't really think of anybody. Let's see. Jonas Rajamimi, what do you do for a living? Like, what's your job outside of YouTube? I don't have a job. I've never had a job. I am jobless. This is all I do. Yeah. Be kind of nice if I got enough ad revenue in order to be able to live off of this, and that's what I'm aiming for. Let's hope it works out. Jabe Hamid, how do you envision us, your viewers? I envision you as people who watch my videos for reasons I can't possibly fathom, but appreciate nonetheless pretty much as humanly possible. Then that's pretty much what I got to say about that. Love your videos, keep up the good work. Ben Lowe asks, how were you introduced to the Kirby series? The first time I ever saw Kirby was in Super Smash Bros. 64. In fact, that's how I was introduced to a lot of Nintendo franchises. When I got Super Smash Bros. 64, I was like, oh, cool, we got Mario and Luigi and Donkey Kong and Pikachu and Jigglypuff. These are great. Who's Link? Who's Samus? Who's who's Ness? Who's Kirby? I don't know these people. So, that's how I got introduced to all of those characters. That pretty much, almost, that's how it is with a lot of Nintendo franchises. I feel like a lot of people were introduced to them through Smash Brothers. It's pretty standard stuff. And the second question is, what's your procedure for researching battles? I watch or read or play whatever the character in question is, write down anything I think is important or interesting, and then I send it to the people at Screw Attack, and they use it or they don't. That is my procedure. Kayleigh Benedict has asked, have you ever considered doing animations? Yes. Yes, I have. I really want to. It's difficult. It will happen someday. Let's see. This is the very big one. Somebody throwing Pyrotro is saying a bunch of positive stuff about me, and that's really nice. Have I ever heard of or played the new 3DS game Still Aglow? I have not. Sorry to say that. Comedy Skits asks, mustard or mayo? Mustard, obviously. Mayo is made out of eggs, dude. That's weird. Chinsaw. That's a bit of an odd question. I'm just gonna jump past that, sorry. Ice Juice, what's your favorite storyline in a game? Like I said, I guess Persona 4. Bonnie Park, have you ever considered doing a Let's Play of Lisa the Painful RPG? I've never heard of that. I'll look into it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Dragon Sonic Mile, how are you feeling? I'm doing okay. I've been talking for about 44 minutes, and I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm gonna keep going for you guys. I got two questions for you, Hyper Rojo. How were you introduced to the world of video games? Pure dumb luck. I just got some video games, I started playing them, and now it's my life. Any good tips for somebody who wants to learn to draw things? I'm the wrong person to ask, because I'm not very good at it. Just keep doing it. Just keep drawing, and eventually you will get good at it. That's what the people say. So, there you go. Drake Darkest has asked me, have you seen any Nintendo game theory? Map really does research. I don't like game theory. I think all of the theories are dumb. Basically. But like, I don't know. I feel like in the beginning, when the shows first started, it was actually kind of interesting, but now he just focuses on getting views, which, I mean, good for him. He's extremely successful and everything, but not my thing. Don't much care for it. Mr. Ness 99. If you could spend a week with one of the 8 main characters from Persona 4, who would it be and why? Then just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. A week with one of the characters from Persona 4. Chie seems like a really fun person to hang out with. I'd pick her. Yeah. I mean, I like all the characters, but if I'm trying to pick somebody who I would probably get along with and actually enjoy my time with, you know, platonically, and not annoy or aggravate the character in question, then I'd probably go with Chie. Supermew asked, if you were to choose the next death battle, what fight would you want? We'll make a list of that. Also, how did you get into the research team for Screw Attack? I was asked. One day, I just got a message from Ben saying, hey, want to help research the show? And I was like, yes. And I've been working ever since. Huzzah! Edward Kelly asks, do you have a pet? Yes, I do. I have my cat, Bolo. I've shown him to you before. He's adorable and orange and cute, and I love him, and he's my friend. Let's see. This is a really big question. Basically asking, why Let's Plays? Have you considered being like any other kind of YouTuber? I just like Let's Plays, and they're not too difficult for me to make, so that's what I'm going with. And I'd like to make other types of videos, but as said before, I'm just really difficult to get to do anything, basically. Sorry. Let's see, Ben Chathe asks, I just thought about a few days ago, will you ever play a Batman Arkham game? Yeah, sure, why not? Arkham Asylum and City, I'll play them at some point. I don't see why not. Sounds fun. Let's see, somebody asking my opinions on assortment of death battle ideas. Can't really go into all of those. I'm sure some are good, some are weird, some are bad. That's usually how all of the suggestions go. Let's see. Golden Tails Geek asks, do you like the Golden Sun series at all? I got really miffed. I got really upset at Golden Sun because it was half a game. The first one on Game Boy Advance. I had the first one. I played it. It was fun. It was great. I had fun. And then it ended. Like, halfway through the story, it ended. And I'm like, why? And you apparently had to buy the sequel to get the other half of the game, basically. And that irritated the hell out of me. Nowadays, I'm pretty much over that, but I still like to bring that up because I think it's funny. I'll probably play them on the channel at some point. Don't see why not. Have you had a friend get you so into a video game that you want to LP it in order to spread the word on just how good it is? Not really, no. Okay, more people asking for opinions on fight ideas. Will you ever make more top 10s? Yes, there are plenty of ideas I have, and I would like to do them. Golden Lompex Curl? Oh, gee, wonder what she's a fan of. You played the 2002 Ratchet & Clank game and uploaded it onto your channel, so will you be playing the PS4 version? Yeah, eventually. I don't own a PS4, though, so that kind of makes it difficult. And now my dad is revving up his car. Great, that's going to get picked up on the microphone. Alright, well, I have to play all of the Ratchet & Clank games before the reboot or reimagining video, and I need a PlayStation 4 in order to play it, and considering that the only game on the PlayStation 4 that I want to play is the new Ratchet & Clank game, that would kind of be a bad investment, at least right now. So, until there's like a bunch of games on it that I want, then that's not going to happen. It's the same thing that happened with the PlayStation 3. It's like there are some Ratchet & Clank games I want to play on it, but nothing else, so I can't really justify buying one. So, same thing with the PS4, and hopefully that car stops revving! Oh my god, okay. The Ouchie Giver returns, and he asks, why are you so damn awesome? I don't think I am. I have very low self-esteem, and suffer from all sorts of depression, so I don't really think I'm all that cool a guy, but, thanks for helping. Thanks for helping my self-esteem a little bit. You're a pretty nice dude. Alright, Carmine, Olivia, are you ever gonna make an updated top 10 list? Yes, I am! Joshua Erkakar, what are your thoughts on Kirby Planet Robobot? I don't have it. It looks like a lot of fun. All Kirby games are pretty great. I'll play it eventually, once I can afford it, and get it. So, yay. Robot Baker, here's my question. Do you ever thought about any fighting games for your Let's Plays, like Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, Mortal Kombat, etc.? Well, yes, I very much do. It's just... Good lord, knock it off down there. My room is right on top of the garage. Anyway, when it comes to Mortal Kombat, which I actually really do want to play the entire series for you guys, it's hard deciding on which version of the first game to play, because there are about 1 billion of them, and I want to play the best one, and like I also want to play the Killer Instinct games, but I need the arcade version, and I've tried emulating arcade games, and it's really difficult, and the games themselves are difficult, and I'm bad at playing games on a keyboard, and a whole bunch of other stuff comes into play. But yes, I do want to play a lot of fighting games. There are a lot of fighting games I want to Let's Play, and they will happen at some point once I manage to iron out all the details. Whew. Anime Geek asks, who do you prefer, Luigi or Waluigi? I like Luigi. I'm not entirely sure what the big deal with Waluigi is, or why he suddenly got so popular, where Princess Daisy is completely ignored. Very weird, but yeah, I like Luigi. What gave you the idea to start Let's Playing? Any real inspirations? Proton John, as mentioned before. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Absolutely nothing. I don't like Klondike bars. Why do you still insist that you have no friends? Why do you push us away? Because I have very low self-esteem, and I can't believe anybody would ever want to be my friend. I'm trying to get better at it and not say it as much anymore, so I'm working on it. Gamecraft Admin asks, have you ever considered streaming games? Yes, I have, but it's really difficult to actually make work, and I don't think anybody would ever actually watch them. Maybe 2 or 3 people, perhaps. I'm not sure, but yeah. I would if people wanted to see it, I guess. I'd find a way to make it work. Joshua asks, will you ever do another review or top 10 list? Yes, I will. Akira Rose asks, hey, if you had to choose what Nintendo Kingdom, would you live in the Mushroom Kingdom or Hyrule? I would live in the Mushroom Kingdom because everybody and anybody in that universe has the potential to be a hero or a really powerful character, whereas in Hyrule, unless you're Link, Zelda, or Ganon, you're pretty much a bit player and completely normal, and it's basically just living in medieval Europe. So that'd be kind of boring, but the Mushroom Kingdom is full of magic and wonder and whimsy and stuff, so that'd be great. Hunter Banks asks, what are your thoughts on other versus shows on YouTube, such as this one and that one? A lot of them aren't very good, if I'm being completely honest. Either they don't really try when it comes to the research, or their animation for the fights itself are atrocious. There are a few shows that are actually pretty good. I still think Death Battle's probably the best of them all, and that's not just because I work for them. I actually legitimately think it's just the best version of a versus show you can find on YouTube. That's just how it is. The Night Star asks, who's that giving Strong Bad a hand? That would be this little fellow right here. Yeah. Not a lot of people own one of those, but I do. Let's see. The Lego Gamer asks if I can play every single Skylanders and Disney Infinity games. Maybe? I don't know. Which weapon do you want in real life? The Ratchet Wrench or Ragna Sword? Are you asking me if I would rather have an Omni Wrench or Ragna the Blood Edge's sword? Because I'd rather have an Omni Wrench. The sword is awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'd much rather have the wrench. Let's see. Akeri Azimuth has asked me, what would you consider your best gaming genre to be? I feel like I'm best at RPGs. Or, I guess, games like Phoenix Wright, because apparently I'm actually really good at those for some reason. I guess I'm just good at logic puzzles or something. Or whatever. I don't even know what genre that would be called, but I'm pretty good at those. Let's see, would you ever consider making another list? Yes, I would. Are you looking forward to RWBY Volume 4? Yes, I am. Some fan art of the RWBY team in my art style. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. I could draw the RWBY characters. Sure, I'll probably do that at some point. How many pets have you owned in my time? Personally, animals that were my pet, just one. I currently live with 4 pets, and I've had a maximum of 6. So there you go. Let's see. The Green Legend asks, what do you think about Mortal Kombat X? Is it worth it? I don't have it. I don't have a console that can run it. Actually, that's not true. I have a PC, and a PC could run the game, but I can't afford the game. So, but from everything I've seen, it seems like a pretty great game. So, yeah, go for it. Buy it. Buy it 1 million copies. Give them to everyone you know. Ultrabot Ultimus asks, could you do a collaboration video with, like, Risk Star or others? You'd have to ask them. It's all on them. I don't have the initiative to start up anything like that, so Get them to do it. Favorite game, Legend of Dragoon. Favorite death battle, I don't know. I'd have to think. Favorite movie, Kung Pao Enter the Fist and Pokemon 2000. For Civil War, are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man? I'm Team Iron Man. Metamaster asks, are there any death battles you truly dislike? Yes, but I will not speak of them. Bromelide asks, a fun question, what would your persona be? My persona would be a giant cyborg penguin dressed up as a lumberjack, and I would specialize in ice and stat debuff spells. I've thought about this. Richard Korakanobi asked, what are your favorite death battles you've worked on? 2, what are your top 6 favorite cartoons from the 90s? The 90s. I'm not sure, honestly. That would require a lot of thinking. Alright, Anime Geek returns! Here's a quick question for the most recent. How long did you work for that fight? Because from what I can tell, you were a major factor in the fight. I mean, holy crap. I worked a really... hiccup. I worked a very, 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 very long time on it. And I'm glad that it came out as awesome as it did. And he also asked, why did you stop with the drawings at the end of your Let's Plays? They were so funny. Because it's really difficult to draw a clever or funny and well-drawn picture at the end of every single one of my videos. I'd love to be able to continue to do it and bring it back, but that is so much work. Ugh. Super C asks, hey, I got a question. What's your favorite show and or cartoon? I have so many favorite shows and cartoons, you guys. I don't even know where to begin. Off the top of my head, some of my favorite cartoons. Cyber 6, The Critic, The Tick, Friendship is Magic, Cora Marty High. Stuff of that nature, basically. Let's see. How did I get to be part of Screwtax Research Team? Pure dumb luck, everybody. Pure dumb luck. Let's see. Oh, that was from Bozzy Soul. Sorry. Jessica Sky, have you watched Gravity Falls yet? I have. Meh. I mean, it's okay. It's over now, I think. I watched the first season, and then we got rid of our TV. Like our satellite service, because we didn't have any need to use it anymore, because we could just get everything online, and I just haven't really ever bothered to watch the rest of the series. I'm sure it's good. It's just, eh. And finally, we've got Chris Crying, who asks, how long do your recording sessions go to? And the other one is, what's your favorite Let's Play? I don't know. How long my recording sessions go? Anywhere from half an hour to my all-time record would be 5 hours. That's really rare. I usually get really tired by that point, and I have to stop. So, that's basically that. But on average, I'd say 2 to 3 hours a session. That's what I try to do. And that is every single question I was asked on this entire list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got your question answered, and if not, you have no one to blame but yourself for not asking it. And I guess that's all there is to it, so I don't really know how to end this, so I'm just gonna kind of slink off. Farewell! But I never left.